Happy New Year, ladies. We hope you had an amazing holiday season with your family. We are now back to our regular schedule of 2 videos a week every Sunday and Thursday. And today we're going to be sharing our best of beauty with you, ladies. So some of these things are new finds that we came across this year, and some of them are our tried and true that we've been using for years and will be using in the future. This is also a fantastic time if you are anything like us and received a ton of gift cards to places like Sephora, Ulta, Amazon, maybe even Nordstrom, and you are looking for someplace and something to use them on. You can definitely still indulge and pamper yourself and use all of your gift cards. Everything that we're going to be sharing with you is going to be in the description box, in the comment section, and also through the YouTube links. Once again, if you are watching from your TV, you're going to see a little QR code pop up on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. You can just use your phone to get all the details.
Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to share with you is a newer find, but one that I have been using consistently for the last couple of months and really loving. So this is the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation from Hourglass. This was recommended to me from my friend Lisa from Lisa D1. We both have combination oily skin, so we tend to like the same foundations. And this one is described as being for normal skin, and it really works well for me. So it is long wearing with a 16-hour wear time. It's not transferable, it's sweat proof, it's humidity proof, which are things that I definitely am looking for in a foundation. And I just love this. It's medium coverage, really good color selection. I'm in the shade 8 and I just can't say enough good things about it. I feel like when I want a foundation that's gonna look flawless, blurred, not show my pores, but also last me all day long without having to do touch-ups, this is the one that I'm really reaching for.
So I am someone who beats up on my hair quite a bit with all the heating and styling tools that I use, in addition to also coloring my hair. So it's really important for me to take care of my hair to make sure that I'm not damaging it, that it's remaining hydrated. And two of the products that I use to really help me in that process are from Coco and Eve. So these are both hair masks. I use the Sweet Repair in addition to the Like a Virgin hair mask. So there's a little bit of a difference between the two. The Sweet Repair really is for damaged hair. Maybe you have a lot of breakage. You're obviously knowing that there is some dryness with your hair. This is a product that you will use in the shower. You leave it on for about 5 minutes and then you can rinse it out. The other one, which is the Like a Virgin, is also a hair mask, and you can also leave it on your hair for 5 to 10 minutes. This is like an intense hydrating hair mask. The one thing that I like about this one is that you can also wear it overnight. So that's how I actually, use both of these products. This one I will use in the shower, and this one I will use overnight, and I will sleep in it and then rinse it out in the morning when I know that my hair is really dry, especially after I've had it colored and I just need to kind of really lock in some of that moisture again.
Okay, so this is another makeup product that I have really been loving, and once again, very long wearing and very good at controlling oil, and that is this Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. So this is just a really great concealer if you have oilier skin and you want something that's going to lock into place and blur any imperfections. I really love this one. I can even use this under my eyes, just very sparingly. Obviously, you don't want to overload your under eye area because you can create some creasing, but I feel like this one does a really good job when I use my little makeup sponge to pat it on under my eyes. And they have a great range of color, really good wear time on this. It's said to have 24-hour wear time. I can't say I've tested it for that long, but I do feel like when I use this to do my concealing, my makeup lasts a lot longer. So really, really love this. I think it's a great one. If you are, I would say, normal to oilier skin, you are definitely going to like this product.
Now, one of the products that I use to try to help me to take care of those pesky fine lines and also to help even my skin tone, because as I get older, oh, the hyperpigmentation, it is a battle. And that is the Dr. Gross Daily Peeling Pads. So I use both the daily one and also the extra strength one. So for the daily one, this is the one that I use mainly on my face. This really helps with all of those little, tiny little lines that I tend to see right around my eyes, and also the hyperpigmentation that I have on my cheek. Now, the extra strength one has the AHA, which is in the daily one. However, it also includes the BHA. So the BHA actually helps to clear out the pores. So this is a product that I use on my back. So if you are someone that deals with acne, especially I have back acne, this is such a great product for that. So these are two of the things that I help to keep my skin clear and also help to fight those fine lines.
So 2025 was definitely the year of blush for me. I feel like I bought so many different blushes and really just enjoyed experimenting with different formulas, different shades. But I have to say I definitely had a favorite, and that was the YSL blushes that they came out with this year. These are so beautiful. I think they're called Make Me Blush. These have like a blurring effect to the skin. They have a little bit of luminosity, but without being like glittery. So really, really gorgeous and just like waking up the skin. My absolute favorite was number 93, which I believe was called Restless Rose. Such a beautiful like peachy pink color, but I really did love them all. I think I own at least 4 of these, and they're very long lasting. They're definitely really pigmented. You don't need a lot, but they give your skin that healthy lit from within glow.
If you are someone who struggles with enlarged pores, would highly recommend using the Makeup Forever Pore Minimizer. So I actually noticed quite a bit of larger pores in like near my nose and on top of my nose. And you just have to use the tiniest little bit of this primer before you put on the rest of your makeup, and you will see it actually really smooths and blurs and fills in all of your pores, really leaving your skin looking flawless. So this is something that I absolutely love. I use a lot of different primers, but this is something where I can see immediate difference as soon as I use it.
Okay, so if you watch our monthly favorites and any of our beauty videos, then you probably know by now I'm a huge fan of the YSL Lash Clash Mascara. I think that one is really, really good for volumizing, creating great big, thick, chunky lashes. But if you're looking for something to extend the length of your lashes, I have really fallen in love with this L'Oreal Paris Extensionist Mascara. So of course, I love to combine the two because I'm just extra that way. I like to go in with a Lash Clash for some thickening of the lashes, but this is so good for lengthening, and it's actually really good even on its own. It's a fantastic budget-friendly mascara. This one's right around $17, I believe. It comes in a couple different colors. I always go for blackest black when it comes to mascaras because I like a very dramatic lash, but if you want something that's really going to kind of lift and curl and lengthen those lashes so that it looks like you're wearing falsies, this is a good way to go.
If you have been with us for a while, then you have heard me speak before about using my beauty pen. So this is something that I am so grateful that I found. There's not a lot that you can really do to kind of take care of your neck, especially when you struggle with things like skin tags, you might have blood moles. You can also use this on regular moles, which I haven't, or even warts, which I did help my son with one of the warts that he had on his thumb area. So this is a product that has several different needles that come with it. You'll have 9 different settings that will heat up, and then you'll just go ahead and, you know, burn off either the skin tag or the blood mole, and within about a week you'll see that there will be a scab that, you know, forms over that. And then once the scab is removed, the blood mole, any remnants of the skin tag is completely gone. This for sure has really made my neck look years younger, and something that I've been using for years and will continue to use.
Okay, so you've probably noticed that I am sharing a lot of makeup products in this video, and that is because I just love makeup so much, and my skincare doesn't tend to change very often, but there are 2 products that I wanted to share in case you didn't catch them in, you know, last year's Best of Beauty, which I'm sure they were in, or a monthly favorites, because I have been using these 2 products every morning for years and it has not changed. So starting with this one, the Vitamin C Brightening Serum from Colleen Rothschild. I really love this vitamin C serum specifically for my oilier skin because it doesn't leave me greasy and it works really well underneath makeup. So I love the lightweight serum-y type of formula. It has, kind of feels like serum and a moisturizer had a baby. So it kind of goes on like a moisturizer, but it soaks in like a serum. It doesn't leave any greasiness on the skin, and it gives me all the benefits of vitamin C. So, you know, brightening, working on any hyperpigmentation, just really like making the skin healthier and glowier. It also has niacinamide in it, which I know is another powerhouse ingredient for my skin. So every single morning I start with this, and then I also use the Colleen Rothschild Illuminating Tinted Eye Cream under my eyes. So this is also a vitamin C product, but this one has this beautiful like peachy tint to it. So when you put it underneath the eyes, you're already getting a head start on concealing under the eye and really brightening. Definitely gives a beautiful brightening effect while doing all the work of a vitamin C and really helping with that under eye skin, creating moisture. I actually don't use any other moisturizers in the morning other than putting on a sunscreen because, like I said, I am oily skinned, so I don't want a lot of things layered up underneath my makeup. These two items together are my morning routine and I absolutely love them.
My next best of beauty for 2025 are my BK Beauty brushes. So I've tried a ton of different brands of beauty brushes, but these are hands down my favorite and really the only ones that I use. Now, I didn't bring all of my BK Beauty brushes. These are really just a small fraction of them. I know I own them. Kelli does as well. And these are just really soft, fantastic, high quality brushes. They really make applying your makeup easily, and it makes also using different kinds of makeup, whether it's powders or creams, effortless to kind of blend in. I will promise you, ladies, these brushes really are worth the splurge.
When it comes to applying makeup, it doesn't matter how luxurious and wonderful the makeup products are if you're not using the right things to apply them. So just like Christina, I love those BK Beauty brushes. I use them every day. The other tool that I have to get the right application of my makeup is the right makeup sponge. So this is from the brand Paw Paw. This is very similar to the Beauty Blender. The difference is this one, you get like 6 or so of them in a bag for under $10 versus one Beauty Blender, which will cost you around $25. I can tell you that is the only difference because I've used both and I cannot tell a difference. This is fantastic. Now this one is a little dirty, sorry. I actually just went and ordered myself another bag and I just love these. You can reuse them. I do wash it with soap and water and reuse them, but I use this every single day to apply my foundation, to apply concealer. You can use this to apply cream blushes or any cream products. They're just really, really fantastic. I even use a damp one to dip into my setting powder and set the makeup. So lots of uses, really inexpensive, super high quality. Definitely, if you've been using those beauty blenders for years, get yourself a pack of Paw Paws and try them out. You're gonna be so impressed.
So since I started rocking the bangs again, I needed to find a hairspray that would really help to keep my bangs in place without causing any sort of flaking or that crisp like helmet look. And so I really love the Kenra volume spray. So I've shared with you ladies how I do struggle with thin hair. So this is something that is kind of multi-purpose. I'm able to spray it in between the layers at the base in order to create volume, and then of course overall spray just to kind of hold everything in place. It leaves my hair looking very natural and soft, but of course everything is exactly where it needs to be. And I also get that bonus of having that little bit of volume. And we do live here in South Florida, so we have a ton of humidity, and this is a fantastic hairspray that really holds everything even with such high humidity as well.
Okay, so this next beauty favorite is one I have been sharing here for years. I think maybe since the beginning of our channel. It is definitely one of my must-have, can't live without, always have to have a backup in my bathroom product, and that is the Vita Liberata Body Blur. So this is called an illuminating body makeup. I think of it more like a tinted lotion for the skin, but it definitely has enough thickness to it that it does cover some imperfections. So let's say, for example, you didn't self-tan and now you want to wear a cute little skirt, but you're feeling really pasty in the leg area. This is going to really fix that problem. It looks beautiful. It adds tan to the skin, glowiness to the skin. I love to put this on whether I've self-tanned or not, just to give myself a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glow, as well as a little bit of moisture. It's really been saving me lately because I'm using some different like retinol products and stuff on my décolletage area, and it can get really, really red and irritated, but I'm able to cover up a lot of that by using this, so nobody seems to have noticed too much much, so thank you for not making me feel bad about that. I'm wearing this today. I think it's so fantastic and definitely something I get asked about a lot, both in real life and on our channel. I wear the shade medium. I'll link it below for you. It comes in a bunch of different colors. It washes off easily. It does not actually self-tan you. It just gives you the illusion of having a bronzed, glowy skin.
Now, the Laneige Neo Blurring Powder has won the 2025 Harper's Bazaar Beauty Icon Award, and I am not surprised. This one is seriously so good. So this powder is ultra fine. It has a mix of 3 different powders, one for blurring, smoothing, and also absorption. So this is perfect for creating like a semi-matte look, and it also doesn't have any sort of heaviness or caking or even drying of the skin. So where I specifically use it is right underneath my eyes. Now I have very dark under eye circles, so I do use a lot of products underneath there, and normally what I struggle with is when I put a powder underneath, it creases, it cakes, it just is a mess and things start to move around. Until I found this powder. This is fantastic. I really don't have any sort of issues with my under eyes anymore. So this, you'll see just the slightest little bit of pressure will on your powder puff. You can actually apply it underneath your eye, all over your face. I like to use a little brush, so whichever one works for you, but this is perfect for getting that flawless look.
Okay, so let's talk about some hair products. I definitely have tried a lot of new ones this year, but I have to say mostly I stick to the tried and true, and this one has really been working for me for quite a long time, and I am not ever getting rid of it. I always have to keep this in stock. That is the Bedhead After Party Super Smoothing Cream. So this is one of the last steps in fixing up my hair, doing it the way that I like to style it. After I've already like curled it a little with a curling iron, kind of gone in with my fingers and given it that tousled look, and even sprayed some texturizing spray in it, I go in with a little bit of this just to work through each of the curls and kind of define them. So this is really good for smoothing out any like little frizzy pieces and adding that like individual kind of piecey texture to the hair. So if you have a hairstyle where you're really looking for more of like a piecey look to your waves or curls, this is definitely something you want to try. You squeeze a little pump in your hand, rub it between your hands, and then just kind of work it through with your fingers, and you can get that more separated, beachy look to it. So I really love this. I think it's a game changer for my hair. A lot of times I'll have done my hair and I'm not really loving the way it's coming out, and I do this and I kind of go through it with my fingers, and voila, it's exactly the way that I wanted it.
Now, my favorite hands down moisturizer to use is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. This is fantastic for normal to dry skin. I do have combination skin, and this is just, it feels amazing. I can really feel my skin like just soaking everything in. This has things like hyaluronic acid in it, vitamin C, vitamin E, different peptides, and these things help with minimizing fine lines, hydrating the skin, also for helping to plump the skin and also even out the skin tone. This is just something that I always, buy, and I always get refills for, because this product is something that really feels great on my skin and it never causes me to break out.
So 2025 was definitely the year of cream eyeshadow, at least for me. I know it was everywhere in the stores, and I definitely was leaning into it and trying it out, because sometimes I just wanted an easy, carefree kind of look without a lot of work. So the one that really stuck out to me that I really enjoyed the most this year was the Master Matte's Makeup by Mario Cream Eyeshadow. Couple things I really enjoyed about this one. First of all, I love the application. So this one has a little applicator inside that you can just brush it right onto your lid. I like to put it right in the crease and then use my finger to just kind of like mix it in, kind of blur it out a little bit. And this is when I want a really easy one and done color on my eyes. I'm actually wearing it today. It's very subtle. It just gives you like a little bit of definition to the lid, but without being a fully done eye look. Simple, easy, very natural, easy to apply. This comes in about 10 different shades. I, of course, went for the rosy blush, but I definitely want to check out some of the other shades as well. So if you're looking for that easy, effortless, like I didn't have to put a lot of time in, but I look really put together and polished, definitely check this out.
Now, a lot of times with beauty, it is focused on your face and on your hair, but you cannot forget your body. And my favorite body cream to use is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Body Cream. So of course, since I love using the moisturizer on my face, I would really love also using the cream on my body. So this is something that has also hyaluronic acid in it. It has vitamin C and caffeine. So the products inside of here help to hydrate the skin, smooth the appearance of the skin, also dealing with things like cellulite and stretch marks. So of course, that's important for really just helping your skin to appear youthful.
So this year there was a new hair product that made its way into my repertoire and stayed, and I really, really love it. And that is the Sexy Hair Big Spray and Play Hairspray. So this can be used as your finishing spray when you're done with your hair, but that's not actually what I'm using this product for. I'm actually using this product to create volume and texture while I'm actually styling my hair. So one of the things I noticed is that when I dry my hair straight after it's been just washed, of course it's very soft and silky feeling, which is great, but not so great when you're trying to hold curls in your hair. So if you've ever tried to hold a curl and found that it just falls right out, it's because you haven't created enough texture. A product like this one will create that grip to your hair, creates just a little bit of stickiness to the hair without really being like sticky in a bad way. You just need that grit, that grip, and very clean hair is not going to work that way. So you need a little bit of this. It adds just the right amount of texture. I can go in with my curling iron and really create those PC waves. And then afterwards, if I want to create more definition to the curls, more texture to them, I can use it again. So it's one of those products that is really great. Doesn't make your hair stick together or feel like glue. It doesn't create any like white flakes to the hair. It just creates the right amount of grip to really hold your style.
So when I'm on camera, I like to use a full coverage foundation. However, in my everyday real life, I am using the Tier Cushion Foundation. So I would say this has light to medium coverage. It's buildable. This gives you that flawless natural look. There's a reason why this went viral. It's because it is easy to apply. It's not cakey. You have a little handheld sponge, and underneath you just tap it against the cushion to get a little bit of the product on, and then you're able to easily blend it into your skin. If you're someone who needs makeup to work with you and not against you, you want something that's very easy to use. It also has like 40 shades, so everything from extremely light to also very dark skin. You will be able to find your color with this, and it also just gives you that great natural like glow from within look.
One of the beauty brands that I've really been loving lately is a new brand to me, and that is the brand RMS Beauty. So I have been trying out a lot of their products, everything from blushes to bronzers to highlights, and I have to be honest, I have loved almost everything I've tried. One of the items that made it onto the favorites today is the RMS Beauty Highlight in the shade Prosecco Fizz. So this is actually one of their most popular highlights. I think it's such a beautiful like champagne beige type of color. This is made with clean ingredients. It's really gorgeous on the skin. It just kind of creates like a nice natural shimmer to the skin without having any like chunky glittery effect. It's very illuminating, and the ingredients are very good for the skin. I love to use this in the corner of my eyes, sometimes on like the tip of my nose, maybe a little bit over here highlighting the top of the cheekbones. So just a really beautiful product you could use in a variety of ways, and I think it's just, RMS is definitely one of those brands that I think I'm going to be diving into even more in 2026.
Okay, so we love these kinds of videos. We love sharing with you all the things that are our favorites. If you are curious and looking for some more content to watch, be sure to check out our Best of Fashion for 2025. It's all of the fashion things that we loved and found for this year. We hope you ladies have a great week, and we will see you next time.